breathe you in like oxygen. Oh, in an otherwise suffocating world, I'm reaching out for arms, I'm drowning in the open-ended love we're making, girl. Exhale the past, inhale a future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind for the last time. Wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart will follow you in tomorrow. In tomorrow. That we've shared, my evidence you once really cared. I'm reaching for a hand to pull me up, up, one open to an everlasting love. Exhale the past, inhale the future that lasts. Change my heart, change my mind for the last time. Wanna believe in the life I've led. I don't wanna leave another word unsaid. You know my heart of the air touch my skin. Am I real? 'Cause I felt something leave from within. I feel empty. Have I got nothing left to give? Am I living? 'Cause I only felt alive with him. I'm driving in the night, the hood down. It's when I feel alive, when no one's around. The darkness deep inside comes to light now. But it's alright, it's alright. I can break no heart if I got none. I won't break apart if I stay on the run. But sometimes in the night I miss the sun. Why did darkness come? I felt my body break, my heart give up. Why did darkness come? I felt the lightning shake me into hell. Why did darkness come? I wanna stay in here where I belong. Why did darkness come? Something keeps waking me up. Why did darkness come? Why did darkness come? I remember. Am I real? I feel empty. Have I got nothing left to give? Am I living? 'Cause I only felt alive with him. I'm driving in the night, the hood down. It's when I feel alive, when no one's around. The darkness deep inside comes to light now. But it's alright, it's alright. I can break no heart if I got none. I won't break apart if I stay on the run. But sometimes in the night I miss the sun. Why did darkness come? I felt my body break, my heart give up. Why did darkness come? I felt the lightning shake me into hell. Why did darkness come? I wanna stay in here where I belong. Why did darkness come? Something keeps waking me up. Nothing left to give. When we break apart, the darkness with him. Ooh. Why did darkness when will I feel again? Show me what is real again.
Phone position. I can't see the Twitch chat, so well, not without moving weirdly.
No.
Oh,
She's doing the thing.
Here we are.
I don't know what she's doing.
We're live.
Okay, that works good.
Welcome,
I've been muted this entire time. I'm shitty.
everyone.
Sorry.
I was looking for you to do the whole the countdown. I'm like, don't see anything.
No.
So
Surprise.
welcome everyone to Dire Bear Adventuring Company's Monday's episode of Foundations of Adelar. There are a few changes. The layover looks the overlay layover whatever
Overlay.
the overlay. It's been a long day. Don't worry about me.
I
The
can
overlay
understand.
looks
Now I'm
different.
worried.
And no, it's fine. You can see new tokens. They look fantastic. They are all beautifully done by our very own lovely chief, who has taken it upon themselves to go, your tokens need updating. These are busted. And then draws new tokens. Another new thing is new camera. For those of you who went to go watch us on Wednesday night, and then I said, hey, we're messing with new tech. One of the things that we're messing with is new camera. It was really dark in my studio where I record, so I'm going to have to get some lighting in there. As you can tell in here, though, surprisingly, it is well lit, even though there's only like one set of fluorescent lights in here. So there we go. The other thing that you may have noticed, for some of you who don't like change, is that I have a new microphone. This is my new microphone. This is my earbuds connected to it, and I've got this cool thing to amp it out. I'm not going to pick the microphone up because it will tip and fall and all kinds of fun things. So there we go. New microphone set up, new everything set up, and it's all movable and portable and everything else like that. So enough about me. How are you? How's everything down up there? Everything's fine down here. We would like to welcome once again everybody who is in our crew tonight. Pool table. We have V, who is on comms playing Grimly. We have myself, the DM. We have Eric, who is playing Zine, our druid. We have Steve, who will be Gillet, our monk with the most. We have Jack, who is playing our beautiful bard Yenfear. We have Chief, who is playing the fantastic Arneth. And we have Maddie, who is playing the enigmatic Callista. Enigmatic and sweet. Which is a change.
Alright, look, just because Annalise was a bitch does not mean all the characters I play are gonna be bitches.
Well, Aethlin was an a-hole.
He's my a-hole.
Just saying.
I love him. Let him live.
Okay.
He got us out of
Assassin.
fucking Barovia,
He's
okay?
supposed to be an asshole.
Listen, shh. It's okay. I got this.
Sure. Tonight's episode marks a fantastic evening. We're going to be doing a giveaway. And we will have hard copies of Out of the Abyss. We have Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and Tomb of Annihilation. Out of the Abyss is a fantastic game set in the Underdark. The whole thing starts off being captured by Drow and then trying to find your way out of this darkness. It has demons and monsters from the Underdark, places to see there, and fantastic creatures. It is truly an interesting game, and it's complete in the module as a hardcover. Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide is everything you'd want to know about the Sword Coast. Waterdeep, Luskan, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter, everything up and down the coast about the elves, the dwarves, and everybody else who is in that position, as well as some additional subclasses for some of the races, or some of the classes, excuse me. And there's also a couple of additional backgrounds and some things like that. So it's a thinner book, but it's actually fantastic to have, especially if you like to play up and down everybody's favorite coast, the Sword Coast. The other one we have is Tomb of Annihilation, which is another full-on module, taking characters from first level all the way to 15, I want to say. But there's a curse that's cast on all of the realm, and those who have died and have been resurrected are losing their life due to this death curse. Also, if you die while the curse is going on, you cannot be resurrected again. And it takes you through the jungles of Chult on the peninsula, far to the south of any known area, thick with jungles. Yuan-Ti, it's a fantastic game, a huge dungeon crawl with puzzles involved. So if you like those things, it's a fantastic module. I ran a group through there, and we had a lot of fun, a lot of interesting times. And V got a taste of Power Word Kill. And so the other one that we're giving away is Xanathar's Guide to Everything, which I can tell you that it is not one of the core books with Dungeon Master's Guide, Player's Handbook, Monster's Manual. It should be. If you do not have it, you should get a hold of it, and I am giving away a copy for free tonight. So why wouldn't you want it? It has additional subclasses, anywhere from 2 to 3, up to I think 4 for some of them. More spells, awesome items that are uncommon magic items, or I should say common magic items, like the Wand of Smiles that those of you who watch Critical Role will have seen. As well as some other kind of just useful things, utilitarian, very, very utility type things. But they're they're interesting and fun. There are additional feats listed in there by race, as well as, like I said, additional spells and ways to play the game, as well as, for those of us who are DMs, a gigantic list of names based off of race and culture and all sorts of fun things that you can go, I need a list of names, flip, flip, flip. There we go. So stay tuned, as we will be giving away those books tonight, sometime after the break. That's all I can say. We're going to take a little bit of a break, as we always do. And then when we come back, we'll be giving that away. So make sure you stay tuned so that you can win a free book, because who doesn't want a book? With that being said, I would say chatted enough, but that's not the truth, because I'm going to start talking some more. But let's go ahead and dive into the game. When last we left off, you guys actually had spent the night at Reedsong and were heading out towards Lanceport, taking the road west towards the sea. You had spent the evening at a tavern that you had frequented before and were met with some hostility. Come to find out that due to the actions of a particular individual who is no longer with us, at least the character isn't, that he had a change of heart and had changed his ways and has kind of gone on the straight and narrow, waiting for the other shoe to drop, the whole thing to go over. Some of you watched quietly and carefully, but come to find out, no, he was on the up and up. You also met a bard who couldn't speak, but had a fantastic instrument, a musical instrument with him that some of you had seen before, but it was slightly different than what you. And come to find out, thanks to Grimley's pursuance, that he had abilities that were not of the norm. Not abilities that Grimley had seen. Especially from someone who couldn't talk. But with that being said, as you're on your way to Lanceport, let's go ahead again. You guys left early enough to where most of the light is still with you as you are moving through things. And on your way towards Lanceport. As you get ahead, you can see that there are multiple signs that talk about intersections up ahead. Intersections up ahead that say, so far to Vernthal, so many kilometers to Lanceport, and so forth and so on. The road, however, is comfortable. The weather is nice, and the forest is lush. It is a fine time to travel. It's good traveling spirits. Whereas the roads out of Adelar, you did not see much in the way of traffic. There didn't seem to be anything coming. It is different. Plenty of people making changes from places up and down this area. As you are making your way, you catch the telltale signs of a group of covered wagons, brightly barrel-topped wagons. They seem to be set off to the side. They're not making any progress forward. They're not very far out of the city, maybe so. And you can see that they've set up in kind of a half circle. There's about 4 of them. And they are all set up to display their wares. As you approach, you can see that they are hawking all sorts of things. Fine clothes, jewelry, potions, and all sorts of things.
Sounds like that might have been the caravan that was staying just outside of Adelar a while back. Anybody want to check it out, or maybe just keep pushing forward?
Well, I'm technically broke, so I'd just be window shopping.
Well, what's wrong with window shopping?
Does Does Arnett say that out loud?
Yeah.
Zion will just reach into his bag, pull out a thing of 300 gold, drop it in Arnett's hand, and just turn into an owl and flutter off into the trees.
Well, I wasn't paranoid before, but I am now.
Fuck.
Were you an owl, turned into Zine, gave him the money, turned back into an owl, and flew away? Is that what just happened?
Nah, Zion was walking with them.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that I had a picture of what's going on there. Anybody walking by just suddenly sees an owl smoke and fly off again.
God.
The fun thing about Zion is he's just like, the hell's money? Everything he can like realistically need, he can find or make himself.
Honestly, that's such a mood. I understand that completely.
The fuck is money?
Fuck is money? Yeah.
In character. Out of character?
Yeah. In character. Arnett.
Totally agree.
Make it.
All right.
He's just
Are you
gonna
guys
look
going to
up
stop
at-
and window shop?
to where he's just gonna look up to where Zion fluttered off and say thanks.
There's an answering hoot in reply.
How much did he give you?
300 gold.
I'm not gonna count it.
I just look
He holds
over
his
and see
hands
that
out
it's,
to you.
it looks like a lot, and I'm immediately
Jealous?
plotting his death.
Well, I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, is Arnett still bad at math? So it wouldn't have mattered anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect, okay?
I said I'm not gonna count it.
There's very helpful, just like 300 written on the bag.
No, it's the old school. It's just a bag with the dollar sign.
Yeah.
But then nobody knows what that is. So they're like,
There's $3 signs on it.
Oh my gosh.
Shows how expensive it is on Yelp, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
It's pricey.
You accept the dollar
I've killed
sign.
the DM. Mission complete.
Stage 1.
I don't go
complete.
down that easily.
Is that a challenge?
It's a demonetized symbol.
Oh, Red.
You open the bag up and it says you use foul language.
Some of your content is not advertiser friendly.
Yeah.
Some of your content is not family friendly. All right.
Bye.
Are you guys stopping? Or are you just going to pass on by?
Sure. Since nobody else kind of wants to make a decision.
Sure
Callisto is
not.
furious.
I mean, Zion made his decision. He's just like, here's some money. I'm going to go watch from the trees.
All right, so as you approach, you can see, again, like I said, it's set out with, one of them has different baubles and jewelry and art, mostly made of glass beads. And, you see some semi-precious and precious stones. Most of it is costume. You do see some very nice clothing out into sets, suits of clothes. You see that one of them is selling what looks to be like hand-blown vases or some sort of vases, whatever.
You're
Um,
cutting out a lot. Kat.
Yeah, Cap, you need to move closer to your microphone or something.
It's the internet.
All of the internet.
Likely story.
I like the story.
My brain's like, what am I doing? Trying to connect to something.
Please
Wow,
insert
those
punch
days, huh?
card.
hmm
Bear with me just one moment.
Absolutely not.
I mean, Zion can turn into a bear.
Dire bear with you?
He can do that too.
I like it.
Oh, ha, ha.
I love you can just see the moment that it just clicked for Jack.
All right. Do you still have me?
Yeah.
Is it better?
What if we all just stopped talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I considered that for a second.
That's funny. All right, except the fact that I can hear somebody's keyboard clicking, so it just gives the whole moment
Yeah, that
away.
kills it.
All right, now that I'm connected to a more stable and reliable service, you see hand-blown vases and art objects made from someone, suits of clothes, jewelry, and one of them has colorfully decorated bottles that are filled with potions, and they have like tags on them that claim to do certain things.
Oh no.
This has never been a good sign for us.
Summon your friendly neighborhood owl. He's an alchemist.
This group in potions, man, I love it.
Is there a little like grab bag? You pay 20 coins and you get whatever's in the bag.
Oh, yeah. Mystery bag.
Oh, that's.
Mystery bag of potions. I like it.
Writes it
That's
down
the
really
last thing
quick.
you all need.
It's not a bag. It's a small chest, and you can see like a small box. Really, is what it is. Each one has its 4 potions inside of it. He knows what they are. The salesperson knows what they are.
You have to pay
He
20
looks
gold
at
for the
them,
key to open the chest.
but basically you have to purchase. Yeah, you purchase the chest and you get it in there. And it's like a real. It's a cheap box. It's packed with like straw. You can see like pieces of straw to keep it from rattling in there. But yeah, for the most part, that's what it is. It's just that.
Well, I still only have 4 silver, so have fun, guys.
I'm also pretty broke, so I'm just gonna look.
Am I just a goblin with a lot of coins?
Mhm.
Oh god.
I guess, because
And mud.
Yeah,
And mud.
must say,
Yeah.
because Zine didn't even give Arneth like a significant chunk of his coin.
I mean, we could
I'm
also
gonna-
barter with the stuff we have. We do have plenty of. Well, no, we got rid of a couple of those. We
I think you
Did we
kept most
actually
of the
get
art
some?
objects.
Yeah.
You were waiting to go to Landsport to fence all of it.
Yeah. So not yet.
I'm gonna look for something for Mama.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We should all get something for Yenfir's mom.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, we should.
All right.
Why not have
Callista
something?
has no idea who this woman is.
As a matter of fact, of the party, only the 3 Arneth, Gillett, and Yen have ever met her.
I'm sure I've got flowers growing in my book bag. Can just give her
Oh
that.
man, just wait. She's great.
I'll trade you some mud for those.
I don't know how I feel about all of that.
It's key infused fertilizer. You can't go wrong.
Oh. Just
Getting a
more-
whole bunch of dirty looks now. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't know.
More
All
mud
right.
to the pile. It's fine.
You're looking for something for Mama.
Mm-hmm.
There are several nice pieces of jewelry, and there's a beautiful dress that's got it's trimmed through the middle, and then it loosens up at the skirt, and you can see that the skirt it has a beaded hem that looks like it twirls, like it twists around, and it goes from like a nice green and fades slowly down to a white at the end. So what it looks like is, if you're looking at it, it looks like flower, one of the trumpet.
I love it. What color is it?
starts green and then fades to white at the bottom.
Oh, missed that part.
I was literally like, I just said that.
Listen, I only got half of what she said.
Okay. Am I still cutting out, or is it okay?
It could just be being a deaf bitch, but
You're fine. You're fine, Cap. I heard everything.
Well, good for you. How much is it?
You watch as this little old lady, her hair tied back with scarves. It's probably was a chestnut brown at some point in her life, but now it's mostly gray. And she's wearing a dress of her own design that kind of falls to the shoulders. You can tell that time is just kind of starting to wear her away, but her fingers are toned where she works with needles and works with all the finery that. As you start to look and show interest in this, she kind of skips forward to you and kind of looks down. Oh, yes, this hopefully would. It took me a better week to make this one. Would you be interested in trade or purchase this item?
Let me check my sheet, actually. Hold on one moment. I got nothing. I thought I had something. Well,
I mean, as part of the party loot, we do have a couple of those owl goggles.
And I have 300 gold.
Well,
Goggles of the night.
yeah, but that's
Just
your
your,
300.
just your partner in crime.
Yeah, but
Ask.
whatever you don't spend, Zion's gonna want it back.
But we got to spend it all.
It's like your mom sending you to the store. I want my change back. You just come back with shit you didn't even need. I'm so happy.
My mom told me to
Literally
get the
goes
change, and I
everywhere.
forgot to ask. Can I have my change?
you asked for a 5-pound
so-
bag of potatoes. They only had 10.
There's a very watchful owl staring disapprovingly from the trees.
She says that the cost of the dress is 1 gold.
Well, that's about as much as I have. Okay, I'll get that.
Yinker says audibly.
That's perfect amount. Well, I
Arnett
don't know
will
when I'll be
hand
back
over the
again,
gold.
so
Arnett will do it. Like, here you go.
thanks.
I get full
Alright.
credit for this
So
gift.
your pay.
This is my gift to her. Oh, okay.
Fight,
And then
fight, fight.
I'll...
Owl from the trees goes, but that's my money.
you gave it to
No.
me.
sweating.
The owl from the tree goes.
Why do I feel like that owl is judging me?
Yeah, the owl's like hoot hoot.
Hoot.
You know what lies behind those eyes.
Hoot. All right, you purchase the dress then.
Yeah, I
She
guess
takes
so.
it. She bundles it up and ties it off in instead of burlap.
Okay. And I'll look for some jewelry too. Something that she would like.
Most of the jewelry that you see is pretty gaudy. It's like big pieces that kind of hang across the bodice as opposed to like something tasteful and simple. However, you do find one. It's a simple necklace on a silver chain. It ends in a large glass bead, and there's a silver wire that's wrapped in it. Looking at the bead, you can kind of see that like a swirl of something or like a smattering of some sort of. It would be an imperfection. Except it's all contained in the glass. And inside, you can see like sparkles or shapes and things. And you're not certain, but you may have seen it move.
Hmm.
It is not the universe from Men in Black. I see.
Fucking nerd alert. Okay. Steve immediately gets interested.
That's what I
The
thought
silver.
about.
The silver wraps around it, leaving space so you can see the bead, and then it ends in like a teardrop. So the whole thing looks like a teardrop. So
Oh, pretty.
the silver piece there.
I want it. Okay.
A tall, thin man with a goatee that comes to a point that leaves his chin, and a mustache that's been waxed and curled. The whole thing is a beautiful gray color. He looks very stately, despite the slight shab to his clothes. Like he's had these clothes for a long time and has taken care of them, but you can still see where it's threadbare at sleeve or at the elbows and the knees, and you can see that there's some tattering around there. And it's faded a little bit where it used to be this brilliant, probably like dandelion yellow. It's now faded to a slightly mustardy yellow. Underneath
absolutely disgusting.
it is an ascot or tied into a kerchief tied into a knot that comes down, a cravat. That's and it's of a like an orange color that kind of matches and goes with the yellow. And underneath that is a purple, vibrant purple shirt that is
I
underneath
love it.
this cloak. The pants are not like breeches where they end at the knees. They actually go like trousers all the way to the ground. See, he has boots on with some sort of leather covering spats over the top of the boot. And he stands up and he has a cane in his hand. It's a very short thing, more for show pointing than for actually using to walk with. And as you walk up, he takes the cane and he taps the piece of art that you're looking at, or the necklace. That is a lovely piece indeed. He bends it over and tucks it under his shoulder. And he goes to reach for something and he goes, "Oh, apologize." And he reaches like behind him and does like that. And as he does, a hat appears and he pops on the top of his head. "I am the conductor. These are the lovely pieces of art and jewelry that I have come across and made and have sampled. Would you be interested in purchasing that lovely necklace?"
Feel like I'm on a game show. Yes, provided it's not going to take all of my coin. How much is it?
That comes up. I like to make sure that the piece matches the individual that it will be purchased for. Tell me, who is it for? Is it for yourself?
No, it's for my mother.
And I'm sure if she is anything like you, she is absolutely radiant. Tell me, friend, what is your mother's name?
Rose.
Rose, you say? A lovely flower indeed. To match a lovely woman, I'm sure, because again, a piece like this would be perfect for a rose who appears much like the petal which she had, motioning to you. Certainly, something befitting someone with the name Rose, with a beautiful child. This would be thousands, gold worth. However, today, and he takes his hat off as he's doing the whole showman bit. Today, fine people, and you can see that he's putting on the production for everybody else around him. Your lucky day. This piece, this lovely piece, made of silver and a gem, smooth as glass, mined from a land long removed from here. Today, this can be yours for 50 gold pieces. You know what? No, I apologize. I take it back. I can't sell it. It's too valuable. A jewel from so far away, silver pulled from the mines by dwarven hands. I'm loath to sell it.
Which mines?
From a distant land.
Which land?
Listen, Come here. Come close. Listen. You're messing up my shtick. Get away. Lands far away that you've never heard. So mysterious and dark.
A world beyond Kyreth itself.
Surely
No.
something as exotic as you and your mother Rose. 50 gold pieces. Pittance.
50 gold.
50 gold, he says.
What a steal.
Owlzine will just fly down from the tree. He'll land on the thing that has the necklace on it. Just sort of
Shoot.
just hop a bit.
Shoot.
So-
He'll hop around fingers.
Shoot. He takes the cane up and he's like, just stand still for a moment.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Yeah, no. Okay, sorry, that's our owl. It's okay. You won't touch it.
Get him off my table before he craps on the
I-
merchandise.
He.
Shoot!
Zine hoots
Pick him
offendingly and
up.
just stares at him.
I'll pick him up and just move him over. Don't worry, I got this.
Let's say as the Yenfer picks him up, his feathers just sort of like just floop out, just like it looks like a fluff ball, a fluff ball of pygmy owl.
I love
Alright.
it. I love it. 50 gold.
And you can see he's wearing around the cravat. You can see he has a piece of jewelry around his neck. Not as tight as a choker, but you can still see that it's like a flattened necklace that comes all the way around his.
He is pretty,
Well, what do you say?
50 gold for such a wondrous item.
It truly is a steal.
Fantastic. I've never seen anything so beautiful in my life.
Well,
But
what do you say?
Can I try something?
What would you
I
like to
just
try?
want to see if it'll work.
Sure.
Can I do suggestion on this guy to try and get him to give it to me for cheapy cheap?
Okay.
What could possibly
Yeah.
go wrong?
What is
I
my
mean-
save?
Makes his
What is my
wisdom save.
A wisdom.
What's my DC? All right. Okay. What's my DC?
16? Is that the one?
Is it a bard spell? Does it have a red dot next to it?
No.
Okay, then it's a bard spell.
Yeah, it's a college.
All
I
right.
think, bonus.
So yeah, 16.
All right, let me.
I have a 13 on the dice, but a total of 16. You finish casting the spell?
What's your spell DC, Jack?
DC? 16. 16.
You watch as his eyes narrow as you're casting the spell, and then all of a sudden they go wide again. Like, so, what will it be? It's a good deal.
I know. It is a good deal. Trust
He
me.
is
But
now
I think.
Your suggestion.
Look, I'm an adventurer, and it's been such a long time since I've seen my mother. And I don't know if I'll even make it to see her again after I visit her this last time. So, to get her something so valuable, so wondrous and amazing would just mean the world to me. So, I was wondering, would you be able to perhaps part with it for a cheaper price?
Haggling. Yes, absolutely. Make an offer. See if we
Hmm.
can come to an agreement.
Well,
Your story is touched, really.
your
Takes it
story's
for fun.
touched me.
And dabbed at his dry eyes.
My my dog has cancer, and I lost my 23 jobs all in the same day, and I broke my leg.
You lost your hammer.
I lost my hammer. 25.
I like you, particularly the thing.
Thank you very much. I like your look as well.
You're muted, Eric.
You're so muted.
You have that bonus to charisma stuff for the cloak too.
I do.
I'd forgotten about that.
Me too. Not that I really need it. I mean, thankfully
Give me
I'm
a
successful.
persuasion. Give me a persuasion check.
All right.
I think it was advantage
You have
on those
advantage.
rolls with the cloak. That Zine made for you.
Holy
Wow.
Good lord!
I think I just
Starts
threw up in my
glowing.
mouth a little bit. I'm
God,
clearly
that
I should
over.
have said
familiar.
15.
That
I'm
looks
clearly overcharged.
familiar.
Wow.
Hey, how could I say no to that? 25 it is. Would you care for one of our custom-made boxes? And he produces like this beautiful, like cherry wood box. It's lacquered. It has this awesome symbol in it that's kind of etched to the top. And he opens it up, and you can see that it's lined with felt on the inside.
Absolutely. Does that
All
come
right,
with
that'll be
the
an
cost?
extra 10 gold.
10 gold.
Yes. These don't come off of anywhere.
10.
Bringing the
do
total to
literally grow on
35.
trees.
They do literally glow. What?
Do I want to pay 10 gold for a box? Would Ian Fear pay 10 gold for a box? That's
For
the
his
question.
mom. For his mom,
mom,
though.
Yeah.
But he's still cheap.
Yeah, but he's still a mama's
Frugal.
boy.
See, but
Frugal.
here's the thing, though.
Frugal.
You're still spending Zine's money
Oh, I know.
and not Yenfear's.
He's
He has no problem with this. I don't think that's not a
It
point
doesn't,
of
never
it
been a
contention.
doesn't
problem.
that doesn't
change.
factor in. It's like just money. No, it's less
Literally
money for me.
changes nothing.
It's adorable that you thought it mattered.
He can
Well,
try.
all right.
I have seen
I
games
suppose.
where that does matter.
Yes,
Where
it does.
like
They
one of
make
my
it
old-
look like-
Not my money?
yeah, like one of my old characters, my old rogue, he got handed 1,000 gold to get stuff. He got the stuff he needed and spent the rest of the money on himself.
Oh god, that's so great.
They're like,
That's
what'd you
such
do
a
with all the
Ian Fear
money?
thing to do.
I bought supplies.
For me. My supplies.
hands in their bag. He's got a cart loaded with shit behind him.
It's like I bought 2 horses. What? They're nice.
We might need it down the road.
I suppose I can part with my precious gold for my mother. I'll pay
For
you the
your
10.
mother, of course. Again, and he dabs his dry eyes with the end of the. Right.
Owlhead
So,
just turns and stares at
30
Yenfear.
35 gold then.
That sounds like a deal.
Thank you. And he takes the piece and he puts it delicately in the box, closes it, binds it with a nice piece of ribbon. The ribbons, no additional cost. And he hands the whole thing. He starts to hand it to you. He goes,
Okay.
You take the 35
Arnett,
gold.
and I just like,
You nudge the. Oh, you have a bodyguard.
can you? Well,
Bodyguard might be
Wonderful.
strong.
he's my
I would-
traveling companion.
I would
Does he-
100%
And
guard him with my
What
body.
season are we in?
It's like kind of mid-spring.
Okay.
Yeah, because you were in fall when you were in Landsport. You stayed for a few months in Silverhaven. Oh, it's probably not even early. It's probably still like late winter, I would say.
Okay.
All right.
I will hand over the gold.
Zine's not a lizard for so long then.
He puts the
Thank
money
you.
away and hands you the beautifully wrapped package of a silver necklace. Hangs there.
Perfect.
He takes the hat off, drops the coin in there, and you hear it bounce it, and then he puts the hat on, but you don't hear any money.
I sure do love enchanted.
He looks over at Callista and Gillet. Lovely lady! Certainly your fellow would like to purchase you a necklace. An incomparable deal from the conductor!
He gives great deals.
I feel like I was flim-flamed.
I would me never.
I don't know you, but you're scaring away customers. Go on. You and your
Leave now.
you and your beastie guy there.
What?
I never have been so disrespected in my life.
That is not true in the slightest. You know it.
Not even close.
Not even close from me.
You're right. You're right.
So, are you interested in any of these? Fine. And he picks up a piece, and you can see that it's a single string of like gold, like a thin gold chain, and you can see 4 or 5 pieces of what appear to be like pink quartz or something that hang from it, like a pink crystalline gemstone that hang from it. And as you put it on, you can see that it kind of splays out like little rays of pink sunshine. I think this would match you perfectly. Yours for a mere pittance. But understand, every piece here has a story. This was mined from a long time, no longer in production. The stone from distant lands far away from here. And now we are left with this beautiful piece, handworked by these two.
Can I roll a perception check to see if he actually has working man's hands?
Insight check, yes. Legit. Seems legit.
Okay. I still think it's bullshit, but me, the player.
Mm-hmm. So, say you. Beautiful bauble for a beautiful lady. Perhaps your fellow purchased it for you.
Gillet, I'll leave that decision in your hands. I'm going to go see if I can't find the gift we were discussing for.
Indeed.
And then she's specifically looking for a cloak and a parasol.
Arnath is like wiggling his eyebrows at Gillet.
All right.
Oh shit! I was totally muted. It's okay.
We all do it.
Oh, I know. It
Some
wasn't
more
a
than
nice
others.
joke anyway.
There's a V.
I feel really personally attacked right now.
You feel called out right there?
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess
God,
I
that's
just
what
better
I'm
go.
doing.
Time.
It's
All
fine,
right.
I can leave.
You do not find a parasol. You do find a cloak, and it is an interesting item. It has deep shoulders set for like a mantle, like it fits over you perfectly, clasps up high and then opens up. The edges of it, at first you think that it's tattered, but as you look at it, you can see that it is the fingers of branches all around the bottom edge. And as you look at it, you can see that it's hemmed and to look like little twigs or branches, and the whole thing has this beautiful green color to it that kind of shifts a darker to a lighter color, and then back again to a darker color up around the shoulder. Again, the whole thing is beautifully done. On the inside of it, you can see that it is not a heavy material like a fleece, but you can see that it is lined on the inside to make for warmth, and it covers the whole body. It doesn't go all the way to the ground. For like Callista's height, it would go just past your calves, so it doesn't go all the way to the ground.
Okay.
But it's pretty long. On somebody like Gillet, it would come to like
His knees?
back of your thighs.
Okay. She's going to look at this cloak as I quickly flip through my notes.
All right.
Okay. Is there anybody just like watching this booth, or
The same lady that that Yenfir bought or Arneth bought the dress from, she's there. She seems to be sitting and is currently quietly with her ankles crossed. She has an embroidery circle. She seems to be punching a needle through and punching it.
okay? For the cloak, how much are you asking?
She looks up at you for a second and smiles.
That's a beautiful piece. It's
And she takes and opens the cloak up, and you can see, and she takes your hand and doesn't pay any mind. She just grabs your hand and like runs your hand across the material, and you can feel that it's soft, and you can feel the warmth in it. And it has that wonderful like microfiber thing where if you run it one way, it changes colors because it all stands up, and then you lay it down.
She says, this beautiful piece is only... It's 3 gold. It'll keep you warm in the winter, but it's light enough that it'll keep it, and it's durable.
And you can see that the material, and she like snaps like pops the material, and then she grabs some mud and kind of like plops it on there, and then brushes it off, and it doesn't seem to even stick to it or anything.
Okay. Callista is going to pull out a small pouch that contains 8 gemstones
Okay.
that are worth 50 gold apiece, and she's giving them all to her.
All?
Mhm.
You hand them to her. She opens them up and she looks at them. As you're talking to Gillet, as you're talking to the guy, the conductor, about the necklace, as soon as the gemstone comes out, his eyes lock over on it.
A moment, boy.
Muriel, what do you have there? And she looks over at him and then like tucks him back into the pouch, and she says,
it's yours.
And she folds the cloak up nicely, and she actually hands you a pair of trousers and a pair of leather spats, and puts them all together and hands them to you.
The trousers are for what size of person?
She didn't even look. You have
She's
to
grabbed a
bundle
pair
them.
of
She's
pants
just like and them all together. Kitty. And
and a pair of leather spats.
and a
Okay.
pair of leather spats. The spats look like they might be able to fit over your shoes.
Okay.
The trousers probably look like they would best fit more Yenfir than Gillet.
Okay. Which means that they're gonna fit my ass. Good to know.
Okay, rude.
Okay, I might just have to cut a hole in the back of them, okay?
For the tail.
For the tail.
For the tail. Just wear them underneath the tail. They just go right around. Low rise. Low rise.
That would be awful.
It would be.
I can just imagine Zion watching this like, this is why I just like wear a loincloth.
Yeah, but you're a lizard folk.
I know, but he doesn't get this.
All right.
Callista is going to put the cloak in the bag, and then she's gonna ask if there are any parasols or maybe collapsible fans.
None. No, unfortunately, I don't have any. And you watch as she starts to pack the stuff up, the rest of the clothes that are laying out there. She starts to carefully pack them away, put them into a wooden box that she closes and latches. She seems to be not interested in talking to anyone else now. She's just made a good amount of money for today, at least.
Considering the quality of clothing that Yenfear picked up for a gold piece, and the quality of the cloak, she's underselling herself. And I have no use for this. Just, here.
Steve, yes. To answer the
Yes.
question that you asked me off.
Very good.
It's actually even a little better quality.
Ooh.
You watch as she starts to pack her things away, lifting the box up into her wagon, sliding it closed, and the actual table that she has made is 2 smaller boxes and the side of the wagon that she actually takes the side, fits into place, and then she takes. I'm sorry, they're not boxes, pieces that are folded like this, like a sheet, but like a work saws. And she closes them, and they fit into the wagon itself. Closes it up. She kind of smiles at you and says,
Is there anything else that I can help you with?
No, I was actually gonna
Okay,
offer
great.
help.
she starts getting into her wagon
Okay, thanks. Bye.
and quickly shuts the door. The conductor still has his finger up and goes, "What have you done to Muriel?
Nothing you need to concern yourself with.
She just packed up her things and went away. I'm concerned.
I really don't think you need to be concerned.
The back door, it's like one of the Dutch doors, so like the back of the wagon opens up, and she yells out, "Bertrand, mind your own!" and then shuts the door again. He takes the hat and tips it forward.
Well, lovely necklace, isn't it? Perfect for the woman. Matches her hair.
I suppose it does. He looks at it closer and tries to I'm not going to say appraise because that's not really one of his skills,
Sure.
but tries to get a better idea of it.
He tries to get an idea of how much it's worth.
Right.
Give me a perception check. Okay.
Last time that's going to happen.
You're doing great, sweetie.
The gold is real. The stone is pink quartz, but it's not valuable. He may have gotten it from some faraway land, but you're pretty sure that the faraway land had a small workshop where people were working diligently to make things. Probably about, I would say, altogether, like 3 gold, just for the material craftsman. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not nearly what he is selling it to be.
I will offer you a trade. Gil reaches into his bag and starts grabbing the work of art he's made.
You've my attention.
Ah, beautiful.
Are you familiar with the Veldt to the north?
Let's say I am.
Well, they tend to have very powerful totems that help with Things like growth of crops, that sort of thing, and this is one of those particular totems, rather powerful one, I might say. And it, I would say, is worth just about equal, if not a bit more, than this necklace.
Do you mind if I hold it? I need you to give me a deception check.
Of course.
We're the worst people ever.
That guy is trying to fucking fleece us. Why are we the worst people ever for just protecting our own interests?
Okay, that's fair. That's
I
fair.
will be right back.
You got me there.
I rolled a 3.
Yes, do it!
Plus his wisdom modifier for perception comes to 6.
Mm.
So he holds it up and he says, "It's made of wood."
It has been enchanted, of course.
What
It's
does it
also
do?
made- It encourages the growth of the plants around.
But does it work?
Of course.
How do I know? You're muted again, Eric.
Smack myself. Okay. See, I'm doing it now. See, hearing this conversation, Zine will. He's probably been forgotten at this point. He'll fly off into the woods to where he's lost line of sight, shift back into a lizard folk behind the trees, and he will use plant growth where the caravan is.
Okay.
Wow.
As he holds it, you watch as the grass around him sprouts up taller. How tall do you want it to be? Just like a little bit taller?
Probably about knee height.
Knee? Okay.
Ish.
Okay.
Yeah.
It grows
Zine's
up. You
knee
watch
or-
as wildflowers start. Yeah, Zine's knee or
No,
the
not
old man's
Zine's
knee?
knees, no.
You watch as the flowers start to spring out of the wildflowers that are there into the caravan. He goes, "Gadzooks!
Egads!
It's a trade. Thank you. Go away."
Very good.
Yeah. Fine. He takes his hat off again, tosses it into the hat, turns the hat in the air, and puts it on his head. Bye.
This man is
Bye.
gonna put a hit out on us.
Wouldn't be the first time. It's fine.
He gets into his caravan, takes his hat off, reaches the end of it, pulls the little figurine out, and goes, "You're a bunch of goddamn liars.
Sudden tumbleweed.
This some bitch ain't nothing but wood." Get it. Jesus, that's a giant cat.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just like loving this giant fluff ball as you guys are actually
It's like
playing.
the biggest cat ever.
He's the size of a dog, honestly.
Refrains from any joke that could lead anywhere. I'll let you assholes do that. Huh? That's a big cat.
That is my son.
I won't take it. It's too easy.
Don't
Low
do
hanging
it.
fruits. All right.
Yeah.
Stop.
So you've purchased
Leave
your
us
items.
alone.
And he nods at you, waves, and starts talking to the next person. Meandering about. Grimly, give me a perception check, please.
Perception.
Percepciones.
Why is that on advantage? Oh well.
That's the same number.
Yep.
I just
Sitting
roll
at the
everything.
last, sitting at the last caravan, the one that has the potions.
Okay.
You can see some of them in crates, and some of them are out on display. They're all done in beautiful with different things like that. You see a figure sitting at the very end of the almost out of sight on a box, 1 foot against the box and 1 foot down on the an instrument sitting on his knee,
Oh.
and he starts to play. He looks familiar to you.
Oh, it's the mute. It's the mute boy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh. Why is I'll go towards him.
All right.
Just sort of like in a weird like as he's playing. Hi.
He hits the chord and slides his fingers down the guitar, and as he does, his hand is off of it, but you hear the music change as he plays. Then he
Oh.
hammers down once more, and he starts to move his fingers up, and looks at you and goes,
Oh,
and then he continues to play again.
I'll just stay around.
He
the
begins
table.
to toca la guitarra. It's been your Spanish lesson for today. Okay. He seems to be playing.
Okay. Oh, look, while I'm listening, I'll look at the potions on the table, though. Is there a mystery box of potions? I'm just curious.
Yeah, there is. It's a square box. It's made out of rough-hewn pine, unfinished. It looks like somebody just put it together quickly. And you can see that the lid is open, and
Okay.
you can see the tops of 4 different bottles and packed
Oh.
with straw around them.
Okay.
And as you're watching them, you see a young woman, probably in her early 20s.
Okay.
And she kind of looks at you for a second, and she's wearing a very plain, like, sackcloth dress that has a sash around the middle of it. It's not very colorful. She herself, she's pretty, but her hair just kind of hangs down, and her sleeves come all the way down here. They're loose, but they just kind of cover her hands. But as she moves her hand, you hear a slight jingle of something like metal.
Oh.
And she motions to the potions.
Are you interested in any of these?
He'll nod his head. He wants one of the mystery boxes. Yes.
Oh,
I don't know what they do. They could be fun.
none of them will be harmful to you. I promise.
Okay.
Some of them might be fun. Then they might not do anything at all.
Oh.
But I promise you that they won't. Okay? She puts the lid on there, and she slides it forward to you. And she says, this box is worth 10 gold. Okay?
Okay. I don't know if he knows how to count, but he'll start rummaging through coins.
He just takes out a handful and hands them to her, and she puts them on the table and starts sliding all the rest of them, like sliding them to herself. She had, like 10 of the gold shiny ones. She pushes the rest back towards you.
It's like those kids that just give you like a big old handful of dimes and pennies. Do I have enough to get this? Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
So sorry.
And my heart goes.
Yeah, you do. I in here, but that's okay. You know,
even if it's not, it just takes up my wallet. Okay.
I ball spot. You all spot.
You can have all the penny candies you want.
It starts sliding money back towards you. This is yours to keep, and this was mine.
Okay.
She
Just like
takes it to him.
Just slides it all into his bag.
It just into the bag. Don't even care. Into the bag.
There we go.
All
It's
right.
fine. It's good. Afterwards, I'll go
Welcome.
back to the group and I'll tug on Ian Fear's like the hem of his shirt,
Uh-huh.
and I'll point to the bard because I know they
Oh.
talked last time.
You'll point to the boy playing the guitar. Sitting at the
Yeah.
very end of the potion wagon, you see a small figure, the boy from the other night. And he's sitting on like a box with one leg up against it and the other leg down on the strumming his guitar.
Oh.
And Grimly pulls on him to motion you. You also notice that Grimly has a small plain wooden box with the lid on it. It's probably about that big.
What
About
did
that.
you buy?
Like lift the lid and then I'll put the lid
You
back
take
down.
the lid. You take the lid, and you can see the stopper of bottles in there, 4 of them. And he puts it back on.
Is that it?
Hmm.
Never mind. I'm not allowed to ask anymore.
Grimly takes them out, shakes 2 of them, pops the top, and just double.
sorry.
I paid it!
My cat's being insane. I wanted to catch him in the action, but he's looking at me now.
Xenopod!
Just like walking around with arms up from now on. Yes.
Wow.
I'll drink one later. It's fine.
What are you eating?
Grimly is temporarily polymorphed into frat boy.
Get a
Oh,
backwards
she's
hat and
newspaper.
everything.
Real quick story. So my significant other used to work security at a college, a nice college in Winter Park, Florida. And one Halloween, I'm out there visiting, and a bunch of the frat boys from the notorious one were walking around with garbage bags with giant letter D's painted on. Had to stop and ask, and he says, "What are you guys supposed to be?" Because isn't it obvious we're a bunch of D bags?
Oh,
Like, that's either the worst or the best costume I think I've ever
that is
seen.
fucking legendary, honestly.
For those guys, it was perfect.
That is true college
I
level
love it.
Halloween costumes.
Story time over with. All right. So you have purchased items. Does anybody else like anything else? Really, there's the clothing wagon, the art wagon, the potion wagon, and the clothing wagon is
Well,
packed up.
there was a clothing wagon.
Yeah, there was
You had
the,
to
They're
choose.
skedaddled.
the jewelry wagon. Well, she just got money. She was like, deuces.
You mean I don't have to be out here anymore? Oh, thank God.
at least for a week or 5.
Yeah. I will kind of try to get Mystery Boy's attention. Wave at him a little bit.
He looks up from the guitar and kind of like smiles at you.
Oh dear God.
Strums and then just kind of.
There's a cat here. It's assaulting me. Okay, anyway, yes.
That sounds like a you problem.
It is a me
I
problem. It's
shouldn't
'cause I was
laugh. I've had
following.
that problem.
Yeah, it's awful. It's like small torture.
He just kind of waves at you and then goes back to playing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about with that guy. It's a bad a few words.
The girl that sold you the box walks over to him, and as he's playing, she kind of takes some of the coin that you had and puts it in his hand, or puts it like on the same box he's sitting on. He just looks at her and doesn't stop playing, and he just kind of knocks his head at her, and she just kind of ruffles his hair and looks back over and starts doing what she was doing. You can see she's got like an herbalism kit out on a table behind the one of the potions, and she's mixing something. You can see her. She's pouring her in. She's grinding it out. He just continues to play. He takes the coin. He stops for a second to take the coin and put it in his pouch, and then continues to play. All right.
All right.
What else you guys?
I mean, now that I have some money to spend, even though it's not mine, I'm
Make it
gonna give him
rain.
like 20 gold.
Are you gonna give the boy 20 gold?
Yeah.
Oh, you walk over to give him the money, and he kind of looks. And he thumbs over towards the potion table. Then he winks and continues to play.
So he wants me to give it to the potion lady?
Or something along those lines. Maybe not give it to her, but you could purchase something.
Are there any healing potions?
Yeah, looking around, you can actually see there's healing potions.
I was gonna suggest buy one of them mixed mystery boxes, but we all know how Arneth had a little freak out last time.
Only because you drank.
Okay, I did the service I needed to do. Okay.
Yes, you can see there are about 4 bottles that are marked as healing potions. They seem to have that red cordial look to them.
How much for a healing potion or 2?
She says, materials for those are hard to come by at times, so I have to charge market value for them. They're 50 gold. which is the market value for a healing potion.
I'll take one.
Oh, okay. And she kind of like picks the bottle up, and you can see that like even after you drink the potion, this isn't a bottle you want to toss away. It's actually really nicely. But she hands it to you and holds her hand out for the money. Make your
Hand it over.
exchange. You make your exchange, and she, oh, thank you. And she puts it away in like one of the pockets on her. You can see like on the front of it, she has a couple. She puts it in. And she just kind of pats the dress, and she's like, "Is there anything else that I can help you with?" I've got a few tinctures here that will make your breath smell like mint for a while. Not that you need it. No, I apologize. I'm just, I just that's what I have. Oh,
You're
goodness,
fine. You're fine. Calm down.
I have one that you can
Calm
put on
down.
your hair, and it will change colors. And I've got. I don't know what that one does anymore.
I actually
she
want the
takes the
hair
label.
one. I want the
Wait,
hair one.
there's one that changes your hair color?
I want that one.
Callista's just like sticking her arm underneath, like, or not her arm, her head underneath Arnest's arm, like, hair color, hello?
Oh, your hair's pink.
You can. Calista,
This one
you
turns
really...
and she looks at the label on it, and she kind of holds it up for a second, and you watch as the boy quits strumming, puts the guitar down, or actually he slings it over his shoulder, walks over, and then he motions with his hands at her, and she says, "Oh, it's purple."
Or no, purple hair. I'll take it.
Oh, okay. Now the materials to make this one, the indigo that we use to make it with there, I don't have any around here. So it's gonna be like 10 gold to make that one. I don't have any more of that going. Is that okay? Is that too much? I don't. And he kind of nudges her in the ribs, and he's like, "Sorry."
Like, it's not my money.
Eric is getting screwed.
I'll hand over the 10 gold.
Oh, and she takes and puts that in her pouch. As he does, you can watch as he gives her a very affectionate pat on the arm, and she just kind of smiles at him again, and he just kind of nods his head. She takes another one. The one she's like, I don't remember what this one does, and she holds it up to him, and he takes a second to read it, and he again motions with his hands, and then touching his face and making motions with his hands, and she says, "Oh, if your feet smell bad, this is soap for them, but it only works on feet for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's because I use toadstools as a part of the mixture, and so."
Arnaf looks over at Gillet.
Who is
Callista
not paying
also
attention.
looks over at Gillet.
Suddenly, the part of the party is looking at you.
Callista's like, how much for the bottle?
Like 10 silver. No, I'm sorry, like 5 silver.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Not even gonna haggle. Just
She's just like, oh, okay.
here you
And
go.
she hands you the bottle and the 5 silver. Puts that again in her pocket. All right. Anything else that you guys would like to purchase? There are a few more potions that are on the table.
What else do we got? Because I am enamored of things that will change my psyche. Let's go. Give me
Okay.
something good.
All right.
Because we know what happened when I drank the filter of love.
Well, she does have another box with the mystery stuff.
Ooh, a mystery box. Don't tempt me. You know how I love mystery boxes.
Yeah, I do. All right.
Play Overwatch, don't I?
Yeah, you like loot boxes. You see, there's actually like 2 of them. One is slightly larger than the one that Gimli had. One has like 5 different potions in it, and instead of being square, it's long. And you can see that they're different prices. The one that's long has a pretty high price on it. It's like 200 gold pieces for that one. It has 5 different potions in it. The one that's slightly larger than Grimley's is valued at 50 gold. And there are other potions looking around. You can see one. Give me 1 second, guys. I need quick. Because so you see just different potions around. Most of them you can kind of see are like common medicinal or at least touting to be some sort of medicinal or just kind of superfluous use, like the one that will make your breath minty for several hours. There's another one that it's basically perfume. It makes you smell like it's not. Is it juniper? No, it's jasmine. It's supposed to make you smell like jasmine. The faint aroma of jasmine. I forgot what these things are called. I'm gonna have to look this up. So yeah. Is there anything else that you can see? And then there's one of them. This is the one I'm trying to find. As soon as I do, it'll be awesome.
Because you know that's probably going to be the one I pick up.
Yeah, but I need to look at it.
You know me.
See. Yeah, hang on a second here because I'm going to do some searching. Because I don't have my DMG right here. So give me 1 second. I'll fix it. Hello, my name is Fix It Felix Jr. Okay. So, interested in a box?
Yes, but I also want to know that specific one.
That one? Okay. You watch as the boy, as she's looking at potions and kind of going over. The boy has the guitar on his back, walks over to the table where she had the mortar and pestle going. He looks down in the bowl, and then you watch as he moves his hands deliberately. And as he finishes, he just kind of strums just a few notes. And there's just a little bit of it's almost imperceptible, just flash. And then he kind of like nods his head. You can't see this face, but he nods his head back over to the box he was sitting on and continues to play the guitar.
What a peculiar young man.
What was that?
Nothing.
She looks over at her shoulder and then looks back at you, and she's got a smile on her face. Looking at him, apparently. Sorry, I'm almost done looking for what I'm looking for. Life will be wonderful. Okay, the one has a pretty high price on it as well. I'm gonna find this thing, and if it kills me. Yeah, it's not that. Definitely not.
So my intention is to take the box, for the record.
Which box?
The box of 10.
Oh, 5?
Slightly. No. The box that's slightly bigger than Grimley's.
Oh, 50. The 50 gold piece box. Okay. All right.
I'm just waiting to hear about the.
Yeah, I know. It's my fault. I can't find them again. It's going to bother me. Come on. Sorry, guys. I'm usually ready prepared than this. My brain is sliding off. My cheese is sliding off my cracker, as my mom is fond of saying. Oh, come on. Here.
Absolute moon it. You're literally perfect. Never change. You can tell it's a true totem by the way it's painted like a like one of my mom's kitchen decorative items, you know.
Mhm.
I love it. Steve, I love it.
Damn it. Eric, I need your help.
What up?
It's an item from the DMG. It's the tinctures, like not the tinctures, but the tints, the pink, the colors. You know, it's like it dyes things. What is it called, man? It's escaping my brain.
You mean the dyes that you paint and it like makes things out of it?
Yeah.
Something magic. Hold on.
Well, something magic doesn't help me. I'm gonna find it in a second. I'm gonna be like, ah, that's it. Right.
Yeah, no, right. Sort.
This bottle is Sovereign Glue. The one right next to it is the Universal Solvent, also known as water.
Yeah.
I always laugh when I see that. It's gonna have somebody's name. I know it. I'm gonna.
Is
That's
it Marvelous Pigments?
Why. Yes, that's it.
Yes, that's it.
Marvelous.
I literally just searched Magic Paint D&D 5e. It's the first thing that showed up.
That's literally what I did too, but apparently your Google Foo is
somebody's
much
Google Foo
It literally
is level
shows
9.
up on the Roll20.net compendium.
Just shush. Okay?
Just rub it in more, Maddie. Jeez.
Uh-huh.
Leave Heath alone.
Never.
What's it called again?
Marvelous Pigments.
Thank you.
That's one of those things that I don't typically see, so I didn't know that off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not. It's funny because it's like, yeah. Let's go to the Roll20 because this thing is being dumb over here.
Don't you guys love when you have to like draw the same line over?
I love when I have to like look for things that I should know.
Yeah, totally. You know.
There we go. Marvelous Pigments. There you go. All right. You do see a one pot, just one. And in the pot, and it's a very nicely done pot. But you see what appears to be just kind of a mismatch, like an oil slick of color on it. She notices you're glancing at that, and she says, "Now, most of these I've crafted, but that one I came across years ago. Before, anyways, and they they're it was the only one that's left. There was originally 4 of them, but this is the only one I have." There it is. I found it.
Fantastic.
Well, the reason is because it's named in the DMGs. Anyways, She says, I don't know what it's worth or what it does or anything. Honestly, I don't even know why I have it out here. I don't even know how much it would be worth.
Well, let me put it to you this way. I'll take it off your hands. You don't have to worry about it. The box is worth 50. Give you an additional 10.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh god. I'm gonna use Tides of Chaos to roll that at advantage.
Okay.
Because fuck it, I have a +9, but we all know how my rolls go on fucking Callista.
It's not bad. She kind of shrugs and rubs the back of her neck for a second, and then she's like, and she looks over at the boy who's engrossed, and he's actually like tuning his guitar a little bit or something. And then she looks back and she kind of says, okay, yeah. I don't think you drink it though. I will tell you that much.
Good to know.
All right.
Enough crying in the background. Please don't drink it. Don't do it.
Mm-mm. Callista knows how to paint, and she knows how to draw. So if it's what she thinks it is, it's a jar of paint, and she wants it.
Okay.
Regardless of what I know out of character, she wants this because she needs paint, so she can keep painting.
All right.
Because she has a sketchbook filled with the places she's been and the people that she's interacted with.
I will
Recently,
let you.
it's been a lot of the party.
I will let you go into your. I'll let you go into your that in their marvelous pigments. So, and then I'll let you read what it does. All right.
I'm very excited because I was reading up on it.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's an interesting thing.
Does it come with a brush or is it just paint?
It does not seem to have a brush with it. It's just
Okay. So it's just paint. Okay.
Gillet will help you finger paint.
Only if she can use his back as a canvas.
All right, guys. Why don't we? Is there anything else that anybody purchased from this little caravan of gypsies before we move on?
Callista wants to ask about their time in Adelar.
She tucks a piece of hair behind her ear, and then just kind of shakes her head. She says, It was uneventful. We just moved through. People there were very sad. We didn't stay very long at all.
Well, best of luck in your travels.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And good luck. And like I told the little friend, I guess he's your friend. He seems to be traveling with you. None of the things in the box will harm you. They may be playful, but they're not out to hurt you.
Really?
Always good to know.
Well, yeah.
Okay, Callista's gonna go back and join the party. And then she's gonna pull out a bottle at random and chug it.
All right.
How many people can see this?
All of you!
All of you. She's standing in the midst of the
She's
party.
doing it right in front of you!
Can I please intercept and just slap it out of her hand? I've been ready. I've been waiting.
I've been tense this whole time.
Been training for this very moment.
Ernest, I saw potions and I saw Callista making a beeline, and I knew what was gonna happen.
I did.
You take the potion and you pop the top on it.
Thank you, V. You're great.
I don't know what the issue is tonight.
You are.
Honestly, I don't know either.
There's something wrong with your microphone, hun.
Is this better?
No, there's like
I think it might just
that?
be. Yeah, it sounds moderately staticky.
Yeah.
Staticky. Ugh. Anything?
Well,
No, it's still
better.
Still staticky.
I think it might.
Is it
It
plugged
might
in
just
enough?
be. It might be the
That
internet
might
on
be
her
it.
end too.
Well,
Well, no, we did a speed test. It's fine.
Well, anyway, we're back live, so we'll figure that out later.
Da-na-na-na.
Yeah.
All right. We're all back live, so we'll go ahead and do real quick. Congratulations again to Fun Conscious, who won a book of his choice, and we'll get that from her.
Yeet.
All right. In the meantime, we're going to do one more. So when you get this or hear this, or actually I'm going to type it in right now, our keyword.
My fingies are primed.
Difficulties. The key word is difficulties. Enter now to win. Now to win. Difficulties. The only person that's not eligible, I'm sorry, unconscious, you're not eligible again. Awesome. Great, guys. Great. Put your lol in there and it made you not. I got you, though. All right. V, there we go. Everybody else, we're going to go ahead and give you a few more minutes here to type in the word difficulty, which seems to be a theme with us. It would not be a Dire Bear Adventure Company episode if there were not. Which actually isn't true anymore, really. We've been kind of doing really good about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that being said, drum roll, please. And our winner is Ritual Blush. Congratulations. All right.
Oh, thank you. I'd like to thank God and also Jesus.
And also
I'd like
Jesus.
to thank Mom and Dad.
Don't go anywhere, though, guys. If you did not stick around, because we are still going to be doing more of those as we. So I am going to refresh. You said we are live again?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Because it wasn't showing on mine, it was showing off. Awesome. All right, so don't go anywhere. Excellent. We'll be doing another one of those here in just a little bit before we go off the air in about 40 minutes or so. So stick around. You still have another chance to win one of those hard copies of your choice. So there we go, and I'll let you know what they pick, so that way so first winner gets to pick first, so forth and so on. But anyways, with that being said, let's get back to the story. The sun is setting in the west. You can see the last vestiges of light from there, and the first of the 3 moons of Kyrith are starting to rise behind you. You can see up ahead of you, off of the side of the road, it's like cleared out area, and you can see already a fire that is burning in there, and you hear the voices of some people just kind of talking, just general conversation being. You approach them. They don't seem too worried or nervous. They seem to be having just kind of an amiable time. And as you approach the location where they're at, you see a couple of Kamat and a couple of humans, and they seem to be 2 couples. You hear the laughter of smaller individuals, and you see peeking out from around some of the trees 2 Kamat children and 1 human child. And as you approach the human and the male Kamat the male human and the male Kamat stand up, and they don't necessarily seem distrustful, but they also don't seem to welcome you with open arms. They just kind of nod and say, "Travelers."
We're just looking for a place to stay, if it would be okay to bed here for the night.
No, you don't bring any trouble to my family, and You're welcome to stay. The Kamat nods his head slowly.
I believe we
As
still
is-
have some jerky to share.
As is the same for my family. No troubles.
And he sits next to the lady and pats her shoulder. So it seems like you have a place to at least camp for the night. Zine, are you in owl form or are you
He's currently
Zine
in
form?
he's currently in his lizard form, yeah.
Okay. As you approach, kind of out of the shadow, the little bit of the darkness that's there, they give you a kind of a wide-eyed glance for a moment, but they don't seem to say anything. But you watch as the two couples kind of move like closer together, giving the party plenty of room and distancing themselves just a little bit from lizard folk.
He'll just walk right up to the fire, sit down, like right in front of the fire, and just like right across from them.
There's like a little bit of a nervous chuckle from the lady, from the Kamat, the woman Kamat, and she's like, hello.
Greetings, soft skin.
Her eyes kind of go wide for a second.
Did you not think me capable of speech?
No, I've just never been referred to as soft skin.
You do not bear scales, therefore your skin is soft.
Yes.
He really grows
Just
on you
gonna-
after a while. Like mold.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
She just kind of once again kind of falls quiet. The what you will assume is her husband puts his arm around her, just kind of pats her shoulder gently, and she's like, "I was understand. He was what is the soft skin?" The human male seems a bit more friendly. He introduces himself as Harold, and the woman that is with him is Maud. Harold and Maud, yes, I know. And
Listen, I love them, and I'll die for them. Okay.
he also introduces Mott as I don't remember what I wrote his name. Hang on just one second here. Notes! I really got to get another monitoring. Broken. Okay. Introduces the Tabaxi male as he calls him Burton, Burton. And Burton, Burton. And introduces the female as Jesus, can't believe I did this to myself. Gertrude. We have Bert and Gert.
I love them. Okay.
I write shit down sometimes and I don't really think it about how it sounds, and then later on I'm like,
Oh,
that's
God damn
stupid.
it.
That's stupid. But the Kamat Burton just kind of nods at you as the introductions are made. They continue to have conversation, talking about, asking you where you're going to. Since you're on this road heading that direction, I assume that you're going to port, but wants to know if that's the end of your road. They themselves are making a trip to Silverhaven. That is their end point. So, conversation is had.
Yeah.
Anything you would like to...
Well, I don't know.
So Zion's
Depends on what we find when we get to Landsport. That's where we'll go next.
So yeah, Zion's just warming himself by the fire because it's winter and he's cold.
Mm.
That's a mood. I am also warming myself because it's winter and I'm cold.
All right.
Gillett is sneaking up on Callista and putting the necklace on her before she notices.
Oh, that's so cute.
Which is adorable. But it's the hat you can't see, but it's on her.
But she's nice enough that she drops the illusion around the necklace and allows that to show. Just like she does with her flower crown, which she's still wearing.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
it worked.
You can see that, and it with the pink hair, it does flash nicely. With a little bit you can catch in the firelight. Grimly, the children have taken a particular interest in your tiny.
Yes.
And so much that they're kind of watching you, but they're not like getting too close because you look dangerous. Because you have sharp, pointy teeth and you're tiny and green.
Stop smiling so much.
Grimly, would you like to just leave your stuff with us and go play with the children?
He's already straightened his arms. The book bag has fallen off of his back. His shield, his mace is thrown to the ground. He's walking because he probably shouldn't run at people.
Walking menacingly slowly.
Taking everything off literally took 2 seconds, but he's now walking towards just really slowly.
Callista's just gonna collect his things and put it in a nice little pile next to where she's gonna be sitting with Gillett.
The Kamat are two girls, and the human is a boy.
Okay.
He has a wooden sword that is not crafted from a toy maker. It literally looks like somebody took and just made it quickly. And a shield which seems to be taken from an old pot. That is it's just an old pot lid that he is using.
Okay.
But as you approach, he kind of looks at you and he kind of smiles for a second.
Hell yeah.
And then he said,
"Who goes there? State your name."
Oh gosh.
Oh. This is too precious for words.
I wish I had some fun, cute little spells that I could use. I love it.
Oh yes, his thaumaturgy. The woods boom with noise.
Man, it's too bad you didn't have prestidigitation.
I don't. I have Sacred Flame. It's a cantrip. Can you just make glow? Can I make his sword glow?
No, you can light it on.
Wait, no, not Sacred Flame.
Radiant.
Oh, I thought it was. Here's the thing. I thought it was the cantrip light for a second. I don't want to talk.
Yeah, I was like,
Please don't Sacred Flame the children. He was just trying to play with them.
He's just trying to play. Oh god, no. I thought it was.
We don't get invited anywhere.
He's a perfectly safe.
He's a perfectly safe goblin. I promise.
He's a perfectly safe and well-adjusted goblin. Sets the children on fire. Oh god, no!
It was a mistake.
The young girls, she comes forward because she can kind of see that you're not really talking. There's two of them. One's taller than the other. Mm-hmm. They both have serval markings.
Okay.
So like a serval cat, markings. As a matter of fact, they have the big ears and everything serval. Like the super long arms, but it looks kind of strange since they're upright, but it still kind of works, at the same time. She points to herself and says,
"I'm Poppy."
And then points to her sister and says, "This is Juniper."
Poppy and Juniper. Fuck, they're so cute. Grimly will kind of just bow his head a little bit. Grimly?
She kind of puts
Grimly?
Oh, shit. Loves kids.
Not to eat, though, I hope.
Not to eat, no.
Okay.
No, he took care.
Making sure.
Back with his family, I feel like he wasn't much of a fighter. He probably spent a lot of time with just the kids. So, probably why he's got a little bit of a mentality of the child. So.
She kind of looks at you, Juniper does, and she puts her hand. She says, I use magic. And then she kind of goes, whoosh! Like, at play.
Oh.
And,
actual magic? Or,
No, she just makes the sound. Okay. She throws her hands up and goes, whoosh!
That's real cute.
That is super cute. But if it had been actual magic, Calista would have been like, oh my god, what is my magic doing?
I was about to say, as that happens, because Zion's keeping an eye on this, he's going to druid craft and make flowers grow underneath the kid who did the whoosh.
She goes,
that's real adorable.
she's like dancing. She's like dancing around them. And you know how cats like walk on the front parts of their paws? So like just their toe beans basically. You see her, she's doing that as she's trying to hop around and not step on them. Oh. And then she looks at her sister, because it's Poppy. I'm Poppy, and this is Juniper. Poppy says, look, Juniper, I made flowers. And they hop around, and you watch as Juniper like gets real low to the ground, and she like moves quietly and like almost slithers up to you. And she stands up and she goes, ha! And she like taps you in the back. You clearly saw her, like she's not hiding, but she sure was like she was trying. And she goes, ha! Gotcha.
It's your time to feign surprise.
Grimly.
Grimly, okay.
You kidding me? Nobody's going near the big scary lizard.
That's a brave kid.
That's a brave kid. Grimly will just like hop around, like he's like standing straight, and he'll just like hop and turn like his body completely, just like little power stance. Not power stance, but
yeah. She's got her hands up like this.
Oh gosh. Can I actually cast Spirit Guardians? I can actually designate so that it doesn't attack anybody, and they're just little fairies that float around him.
Okay.
Sure. Cute. What the hell?
It is a spell slot that I'm using up, but
it's fine.
It's fine. It's just like what is it? 3 little fairies? I can put it up if you want, but 3 little fairies
Don't worry about it.
float around me, and they appear angelic or fey. More fey than anything, but
you watch as Juniper goes wide-eyed for a second, and her eyes are this like blue color, and they're almost all completely gone as they're just taking in everything. And she starts to jump, and she gets quite a leap on her as she and tries to bat at one of them. It like and then reappears again, and she just kind of giggles to herself. And you watch as the boy has his sword and his shield on the ground, and he's like, "I thought we were playing adventures. This isn't fun." And he just kind of like looks over, and he goes, and he sees Zine, and all the parents are just kind of talking, and he sees Zine. He goes, "Look, it's a dragon."
Zine's head shoots up and looks at the kid immediately.
Oh no. Me in real. Oh no, that's so cute. Yin fear.
That kid's gonna die.
Can we leave?
He holds his sword and shield up and goes, "We're just playing, okay?"
I don't know.
Zine, he's looking at the kid. He just goes,
I don't think he wants to play. Okay. Bye.
I'd like to say that Arna kind of a little bit off playing his.
What's that? Can you say that again?
You cut out a little bit.
Yeah, my connection is bad. Arneth is a little bit off from the group, and he's playing his dulcimer.
Beautiful. I'm with Arneth because I can't handle all this.
You're by the
tiny-
fire. What happened to that?
Well, if there are children anywhere near me, I'm going away.
Oh, hey, it's really nice to meet all of you. Oh, kids.
Time to run these kids around you.
Oh,
what
I
I'm
thought
hearing.
you were okay. I'm sorry. It looks like you have a parasite. I can't be near you.
Oh my god! He's not child free. He just doesn't know what to do with children.
Callista's gonna kind of just shift over next to Zion and just kind of like lean down and very quietly say, "You should go let that little boy slay the dragon."
Zine's very pragmatic kid.
He looks over at Callista and goes, "Even if I were to do that, I could very easily crush him by accident."
Then I guess you should be careful. Poor little boy doesn't have anything else.
Have you met me?
Well, last I checked, we were friends, so yes.
Got him.
Got him. Play the friendship card
And
die.
Grimly can go get his shield. I don't think you could crush Grimly.
On
accident. Listen, I may be small, but you boys got a high AC. Just saying.
Look, I just think it would be nice for him to have a little something, since both of his companions got flowers, which I know I didn't do, which sort of leaves you after seeing what you did with the flower crown. And the fairies, which only appeared after Grimly did something with his hands. So, I think perhaps the little boy could use a little something fun to remember us by. Go let him slay the dragon.
She grabs him by the
Yes,
ear.
Zine.
Said, you go get the.
You go let her slay the dragon.
You let that boy kill you, I swear to God.
Slaughter you.
And then she's just gonna put her hand on his shoulder and just say, "Remember, it's all in fun. And I promise that I will make sure that you are warm when you come back."
I feel like this is the adventuring meme of if I don't care how big and bad you are, if a 3-year-old hands you a phone, you answer it.
You fucking
Yes!
answer it. It's true. You say hello, no matter what it is. Even you.
So the boy. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead. You do it.
He'll stare at Callista for a moment, sigh, and just, I haven't had any real fun in a long time. Before he'll stand up, he'll take the helmet off of his head. Which will,
that looks terrifying.
well, yeah, but it will reveal that he has a singular, very sharp horn on his nose that sort of curves in where the horn on the helmet is, and he just kind of wears it as sort of like a top cap almost. And he will get down on all fours, flex his claws, and then start going towards the kid.
He kind of jumps back and he says, "Adventures! There's a dragon! Come on, help me!" And he yells out for Juniper Poppy, and you watch as Juniper starts doing the thing again. She's like, whoosh! Whoosh!
Callista's just gonna pointedly look at Yinfear because she knows that he has minor illusion.
What are you looking at me for? What?
And then she's gonna gesture to what's going on over here.
By this time, the parents are watching. There's a bit of trepidation as the lizard folk is moving quickly on all fours towards their children.
Okay,
Just saying.
I sigh. Like I'm really put out, but I'm not really put out at all. And as the little girl goes like whoosh and stuff, I'll like make it look like magic is sprouting from her hands.
Okay, just like little things.
Yeah, little beams or something.
Okay, sure. This is all going on, and they're like aimed at you as you're happening, and you see the boy jumps forward with his shield and his sword up. The little girl, Juniper, is once again she's let go of watching the spirit guardians. She's down on all fours again, and you can see she's like slinking over to like try to flank you, and they're all like, "Oh no, he's getting closer! Stop him!" Oh! And they all like run forward, or the little boy runs forward, and he like swings the sword, but it's a little boy. It like hits your nose, and it's like, punk.
Yeah,
it's like it does nothing to you. And he says, "Oh no, he's too tough! I can't stop him."
Callista's sitting by the fire watching this, and she is sketching while this
Just
is happening.
drawing.
Yeah, furiously while this is happening.
See, Zine is going to speak with a draconian undercurrent, because he does know the draconian language.
Mm-hmm.
He'll say, "Come, little ones, surely you can do better than that."
Defeating children one night at a time.
He kind of stops for a second. He looks nervous.
Callista's just behind, like,
that was very real.
she's just behind, like, giving him the thumbs up.
And he makes like another like swat at your nose. And again, you watch as the girl like takes both of her hands, and she's like, whoosh! And you feel a very, very slight weight change on your back as you realize that Juniper, the one that's slinking on the ground, has made her way to jump on your back, and and you can feel she's kneading your back. You can feel her with her fingers and her hands on your back, like kneading at your back.
Yeah, he'll react. He'll react to these appropriately.
Okay.
And we'll comment this. You think you can defeat Xenalgos?
Yes! And he swings the sword one more time. The little wooden thing, it bumps off your nose. He swung it really hard, and as he does, it's not even gonna get past your natural defense.
Yeah.
But you hear a crack, and you watch as the sword snaps, and the wooden heart breaks off, and so like he's got two parts, and he drops his shield and he looks down at his sword, and the whole place has gone quiet except for the crackle of the fire, a few little night sounds. The parents who were worried at first were now watching and laughing. Everybody goes quiet, and just for a split second you hear a
Can I cast mending?
I
takes a
also have
minute.
mending.
Quickly!
it takes a minute to cast mending. Just so you're aware, it's not an action. It takes a minute to cast.
Okay.
But he kind of looks down for a second and goes, "No!" And he takes the other half of the sword, and he still like tries to like bop you on the nose, and then he takes his shield, and like you feel this old lid pot just kind of pushed against your head, and then he takes and goes, "Ah!" and like makes a stabbing motion where your arm is.
Zine will curl his
Yeah.
arm up and like kind of fall to the side as he's been stabbed in the arm.
You hear the sound from behind you of, and you turn to look, and you kind of see Juniper, who's like bouncing on all 4 feet, and she'll just, like swat at you every once in a while. And Poppy's still over there going whoosh and making like magic sounds, and, woo, and
That's
like
so
waving her
cute.
fingers and everything, and bouncing around. And eventually, he's like, "Did I defeat you?"
Wow. Impressive.
Zine will kind of, a little bit dramatically, will
hamming it up.
will fall over and go like, "It cannot be. Zenalgos brought low by the golden trio."
He goes,
die.
there's some clapping from the parents and there's some laughter going on, and you watch as the boy's confused. He goes, "Who's the golden trio?" and Poppy looks at him and she goes, "Petra, you idiot, that's us." Oh, yay! He holds his sword, broken blade and all.
That's so cute. I think it's time for a bard song to
A song about the golden
celebrate
trio.
their victory. Yeah.
Do you want to mend his sword or shall I?
I've got it.
Okay.
I'll just be like sitting there, like over the blade, like hamming it up a little bit.
I'll do a sweet freestyle of this epic battle in song form.
All right.
While Callista's finishing up the portrait of the kids, and I mean, it's not the best thing she's ever done, but given the fact that nobody was standing still and she was doing this very quickly, it's decent.
Sure.
It's passable.
But it's a dragon, actually attacking, and the kids are a little bit, like, she aged them up a little bit, but, like, you can clearly tell which one of them is which, and, he's got, like, this really nice looking thing of armor, and, you got Poppy in the background with the magic, except she's got a staff instead of just using her hands, and then you got the other one all cloaked and enshrouded in, like, assassin trappings kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Then I finish it off, and I give it a quick little signature at the bottom, and then I present it to the parents as a memento.
Getting the first full view here in the firelight of Juniper, which, by the way, now that they've defeated you, they all come and kind of sit next to you, next by the fire. You can see that while Juniper has the same kind of like serval markings, one of her teeth, one of her fangs is broken. Like, she's got one that sticks out and the other one's just kind of like either broken or hasn't grown fully. She also has one of her tall, like, how servals, their ears are big and tall. One of hers looks like it was chewed on the end. Like something happened to it.
Oh no!
It still twitches and it seems to work just fine, but every once in a while you can like see that something happened. The parents laugh and applaud and thank you, and then they walk over and you watch as relaxed now that their kids are closer. The human puts his hand out, thanks you, or you're done.
Totally.
To Zine. I don't know that you caught who I was talking about.
Yeah, Zine will just look at him. They are children.
Zine,
You're right about that.
Zine,
Huh.
Zine, honey, just shake his hand and say you're welcome.
You're welcome.
Right on. Well, thank you for playing with me.
He's
You didn't have to.
doing great.
I did not know, but they are children. Even in times like these, it is good to find joy where you can find it.
He looks curious at your comment of times like these, but decides not to press it any further, and he returns back to the sea. The boy eventually walks over to his parents, and he's, of course, telling the story that they watched of how he defeated you. And it's a much more dramatic battle than he had. And the two girls walk over, and Poppy talks. Poppy talks. Juniper is dead quiet. She makes noises. You can hear her, like the deep rumble of a as she comes over and sits down beside her mother. But she doesn't really seem to say much. Cat giving kids speech impediments and issues with talking since Silverhaven. I don't know what it is.
So once the kids have gravitated over towards their parents, Zion's going to get up and sort of start keeping an eye on the perimeter in case any like hostile wildlife or anything might come by.
Okay. They eventually kind of all settle down. They have food, and together, I guess, all of you kind of cook a meal yourselves. The night passes, and you can see now that they have actually like, horses that have been untethered. They each have excuse me. On the wagons, you can see most of their. They kind of camp out underneath the wagons just to make sure that they're there if something should happen, but they also have some protection from elements, and they're close enough to the fire that it would kind of help keep them shadowed or at least warm, but far enough away that their stuff will get on. You all settle down for the night. Any preparations or any watches that you yourselves would like to set?
Yeah, Zion will take watch.
Okay.
Darnif will also take one.
All right.
Grimly is asleep, so
Grimly's like trying to get under the wagon with kids. That's a smart.
You're kind of cutting out a little bit, Cap.
Oh, sorry. Just a little bit. It's all right. We'll figure it out. So, with that being said, you all take up watch, and the night does pass without any issue. You see a few people who have decided to travel through the night, either pressing on to wherever it is that they hope to go, or they got a late start and don't want to try to press on, try to make up some time. But yeah, other than that, the night goes without issue. You awaken the next day to the sound of the clattering of pots and pans and people making breakfast and things like that. And you can see that the two mothers are up and they are cooking. You see the kids have already gotten up and have started once again playing around, but they've been put to task. The father says, "Hey, we need to repair that sword. Let's go find a piece of wood to replace it with." Yeah. And he jogs off, not very far, but he starts to collect small bundles of sticks and things like that. The two girls are helping to cook and to make sure that breakfast is ready for their families. Eventually, you all part ways, and you set yourselves back out on the road toward Adalar. Oh, excuse me, not towards Adalar, towards Lanceport. My brain was thinking about the game. You set your way out towards Lanceport. They give you a wave, and you are up in Silverhaven, and you need something mended to in regards to metalworking. You'll find us. And they kind of give you a wave, and they that direction as you head west towards Lanceport. And once more on the road, a few more days travel. That's what we're going to call it for the night, with the fighting a dragon and painting a picture, just having a good time. Now, while we are calling it a night, we are not done yet. I did want to do one more giveaway. So for everybody who is in the channel, all right, now if you've already won, you can't win again. Sorry, guys. But I do want to go ahead and do another giveaway. And our new word is going to be pretend. Our new word is pretend. So if you would like to win a copy of one of those books, again, it's Tomb of Annihilation, which is the full adventure. It is Out of the Abyss, a full adventure. Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Go ahead and enter in the keyword. Again, the keyword is pretend. So go ahead and get that in now. Everybody who is in the Twitch chat is eligible, with the exception of those who have already won. And excellent. I'm going to do that for just a few more seconds here. Go ahead and get now. If you win, go ahead and put in the word pretend. All right. I'm going to go ahead and roll it then, and we'll see who won. Drum roll. All right. Excellent. So, with that being said, if you're a winner, congratulations to Pink Rain. Let the players play in because they usually don't get anything. And a chance for them to get stuff too. So, with that in mind, congratulations, you guys. I will find out what book it is that you want. If you want to send me a message or if you want to tell me, it's fine. And then we will do that. Now, I haven't given away all of the books that I have, so we will be doing another giveaway. So probably here not too long. We're coming up on our anniversary. It's for almost a year.
No, Cap, it's a year this year. Like today.
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 I couldn't remember if it was April 1st.
No, it's today because I fucking I got the notification on Facebook about the memories.
Awesome.
And it's like,
well then,
and it
happy
was back
anniversary.
when I was playing Annalise.
Yes.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Yay!
Yay. We've been through a lot.
Well, I would like to say then congratulations to all of my players, both new and old, and say thank you all for having this journey with me, this 1 year anniversary for Dire Bear Adventuring Company, and to another how many ever years we all get to do this. And thank you all for being a part of this with me. A special thanks to Eric, who's playing Zine. He is here and his being here actually helps us to purchase things. And with that in mind, I'd love to have subscribes if you guys can. If you can't, I understand. It's completely understandable. Spread the word, spread the love that we're out here doing this thing. We'd love to have a huge following, maybe not as big as some that I won't name, but who hit a 2 million in like the first hour for 2 hours.
I think they're like 3.3 or 3.4 now.
But anyways, I'm happy to have everybody here watching with us today, no matter how big or small it is. I would still be doing this because it's something that I love and have a passion for. With that being said, this weekend I will be at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I always have to say that. Playing games at 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. I have to double check schedule, but I'm pretty sure. But I will be out there all weekend, just kind of palling around. Look for me. I will be wearing this very familiar jacket, what I wear everywhere I go. I pimp them so hard they don't even they just don't want to accept my love. Why don't you accept my love? Anyways, and then this Friday, okay, if you're in the Huntsville area, you're looking for something to do on Friday, I cannot stress to you enough how much fun we have on Friday evenings at Lucky Dice Cafe doing the adventure. This Friday is something even more unique. Thanks again to Eric, who's putting me out with this. We're having a 20th level, all the characters playing level 20. Just slog fest and puzzle scramble. There will be monsters to fight, there will be challenging, there will be puzzles to solve, and it's going to be great. It's $20, but it comes with a meal and it comes with 3 hours worth of entertainment. And I fill every single minute of that with something fun for you guys to do. Again, that's at Lucky Dice Cafe in Alabama on South Parkway. Come by. We have great food, great time. If you're interested in D&D, but not sure where to start, we have Adventurers League on Sunday out here. Please come by. I am one of your DMs. Now, this Sunday, we will not be doing Adventurers League because pretty much all of our DMs are I've got something to do and stuff to do. So this weekend we won't be having anyone. Every other Sunday we are out there from 6 to 9. All kinds of conventions coming up. I pimped Chief earlier, so if you're looking for some great artwork, Interstellar Machine on Twitter and pretty much everywhere else. Fantastic art. Did all the tokens that you see for the guys, exception of is unique, but
and the new overlay.
And the new overlay, which looks amazing. It's just amazing. Don't forget, you can also commission another fantastic artist of ours and play the game, will blush, who is Jack. And go ahead and make sure you're done. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you haven't seen her cosplay, you guys need to go check out Pink Rambo. Cosplay is amazing. If I am not mistaken, I think I can say, with sincerity, award-winning.
Yes.
Competition winning, anyways.
Yep.
There we go.
I've won
and
3.
Fantastic. All sorts of stuff. And just don't go, oh, I don't know, do that. Just ask her, give her the pattern, give her some, tell her, hey, this is what I'll do. Great rates, really good turnaround on her stuff, and it looks fantastic. If I could ever find anything that I would like to cosplay as other than everybody's dad, I would have her. I can just go to Walmart and buy a pair of Hawaiian shirt, some shorts, and sandals. So, but
Some jorts.
Jorts. Just out there in some jorts.
Please. No.
But anyways, thank you guys so much. We will be back on Wednesday, now that I have everything working. And again, I have a new mic. We'll be back on Wednesday to play some more Robots Binary Heroes. We're getting very close to the end of that series, and then we will have something special in store. So, tune in, and until then, thank you guys so much for watching. We love you. Thank you so much, and great, great, great night. Bye, everyone.
Happy anniversary, guys!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary!